Nakuru. Life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniouslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School, conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400 meters off Ruby's petrol station on the way to Luna Hotel, we are at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas Sanctuary. To secure your spot, call 0790-899-899 or visit us at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas. Better You School, bettering your future.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life.
Naam, hujambo mtazamaji popote ulipo, karibu kwenye kipindi chetu Mamlaka Breakfast. Leo hii ikiwa ni siku ya Ijumaa, tarehe ni 4, mwezi ni wa 10, mwaka wa 2024. Natumai kwamba siku imekuamkia vyema hata zaidi, kuwa pale nyumbani unanitazama, unaendelea na shughuli zako za kila siku. Basi nasema karibu kwenye kipindi hiki, na kwa wale ambao wanasafiri nasema pia safari kawe njema, na pia vile vile unapata kwamba unanitazama kupitia njia yetu ya mtandao, na pia vile vile kwa wale ambao wako kazini na wananitazama kupitia mitandao zetu za kijamii on Facebook Mamlaka Television, on YouTube Mamlaka Television, nasema asanteni sana. Welcome on board, tuweze kuangazia habari ambazo zimeweza kupewa kipaumbele, na haswa hii leo basi tutakuwa tunaangazia jinsi mambo yalivyokuwa wiki hii kuanzia siku ya Jumatatu na pia hadi siku hii ya leo ya Ijumaa. Na katika awamu yetu ya pili basi tutakuwa tunazungumzia kuhusu mental health awareness. Kumbuka wiki ijayo basi itakuwa ni siku ama itakuwa ni wiki ambayo tutakuwa tunaangazia about our health, tuweze kujua haswa mambo yatakuwa vipi. Ni masuala ambayo tutakuwa tunaangazia na wageni wetu Zipora na pia vile vile Ibrahima Sangolo ambao ni psychologist ambao tutakuwa nao katika awamu yetu ya pili. Iwapo basi ungependa kutuma maswali yako, unaweza kufanya hivyo kupitia mitandao zetu za kijamii on Facebook Mamlaka Television, on YouTube Mamlaka Television, na pia vile vile unaweza kutumia nambari zetu za simu na kupiga simu ama kutumia ujumbe mfupi pale WhatsApp. Nambari ni 0721 899 899, ama pia unaweza kutumia nambari ya simu nyingine 0700899899. Na kwa wale pia ambao ungependa kuwasiliana nami moja kwa moja, unaweza kufanya hivyo kupitia ukurasa wangu wa Facebook Nyongesa Derek Official. Na hivi karibuni basi nitakuwa nasoma jumbe zenyu ili niweze kujua haswa ni akina nani wako nami asubuhi hii ya leo. Thank you so much for Joseph Madhenge, naona Catalina James pia yuko ndani, na pia vile vile Robert Kitalbei Kemboi. Wanasema kwamba kila kitu iko sawa, hasa kwenye mtandao zetu za kijamii, unaweza kuwasiliana nasi pale. Habari ambazo tutakuwa tunazipatia kipaumbele ni kuhusu mustakabali wa taifa, tuweze kujua hasa mambo yako vipi katika sekta ya elimu. Tunaona mahakama hapo jana iliweza kusitisha utekelezaji wa mfumo huu wa kufadhili wanafunzi wa vyuo vikuu, na tunazungumzia kuhusu the new university funding model. Tunaona koti imeweza kusitisha. That is another blow to Kenya Kwanza's government, kuhusiana na kile ambacho walisema kwamba wanatengeneza kamati ya kushughulikia swala hilo kuhusu kuwafadhili wanafunzi, hasa tunapoangazia wanafunzi wa vyuo vikuu. Na pia vile vile tukisalia pale katika sekta ya elimu, basi shule ya Endarasha Hillside Academy ilikuwa imepangwa kuweza kufunguliwa wiki hii, lakini tunaona wameweza kuahirisha shughuli hiyo kwa siku 3. Itakuwa inafunguliwa wiki ijayo. Tutakuwa tunaangazia habari hizo tuweze kujua haswa ni kwa nini wameweza kusitisha shughuli hiyo ya kufunguliwa kwa shule hiyo. Kumbuka ni shule ambayo iliweza kuathirika na mkasa wa moto na tukaweza kuwapoteza wanafunzi 21 ambao waliweza kuteketea kwa mkasa wa moto. Na hivi sasa basi tunaona shughuli ya kurejelewa kwa masomo bado inaendelea kushughulikiwa ili kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba wanafunzi ambao watakuwa wanakalia mitihani yao ya grade ya 9 basi watakuwa wanaendeleza masomo yao pale. Ni katika sekta ya elimu, habari hizo tutakuwa tunaziangazia. Upande wa siasa basi hii leo, kumbuka hoja ambayo ilikuwa imewasilishwa kwenye bunge ya kumbandua huyu naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua mamlakani. Hii leo basi ilikuwa ni siku ambayo wananchi watakuwa wanapeana maoni yao at constituency level. Basi hii leo unaweza kutoa maoni yako kwa sababu ni shughuli ambayo iliweza kupishwa na kiongozi speaker wa National Assembly Moses Wetangula. Na baada ya naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua kuweza kuelekea kotini kuweza kusitisha shughuli hiyo kuweza kuomba shughuli hiyo ikaweza kusitishwa, tunaona koti iliweza kukataana na yale mapendekezo yake. Na hii leo basi mchakato huu utakuwa unaendelea. Ni vyema ukaweza kujitokeza kuweza kutoa maoni yako kuhusu mchakato huo wa kuweza kumbandua naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua kwa kila ambacho wanaomba kulingana na hoja ambazo ziliweza kutolewa kuhusu utendakazi wake. Basi unaweza kutoa maoni yako hii leo. Na pia vile mtazamaji, tutakuwa tunaangazia pia habari kuhusu sekta hii ya afya, tuweze kujua hasa mambo yako vipi as we fully translate to the new health insurance fund, that is the social health authority. Tutakuwa tunaangazia habari hizo tuweze kujua hasa mambo yako vipi. Ni kwa kuwe basi kuweza kuendana nami tunapoangazia gazeti letu gazeti zetu za siku ya leo, gazeti la The Star, gazeti la The Standard na pia vile gazeti la Daily Nation. Na ni kwa kuwe basi leo hii ikiwa ni siku ya Ijumaa, unaweza kujipatia nakala ya gazeti hizi. Nazungumzia gazeti la Taifa Leo, gazeti la The Star, gazeti la My Government, Nairobian, People's Daily, Business Daily and Mount Kenya Times. Ni gazeti ambazo utakuwa unajua haswa ni kipi kinaendelea katika taifa hili letu la Kenya na pia vile mataifa jirani. Na pia kuna habari za michezo ambazo unaweza kuziangazia. Kumbuka hapo jana kulikuwepo na michezo ya UEFA Europa League na Manchester United wakaweza kutoka sare, Chelsea wakipata ushindi, Tottenham pia wakipata ushindi. Ni habari za michezo ambazo unaweza kuzipokea pale kwenye gazeti zetu za siku ya leo. Na katika awamu hii yetu ya kwanza pia nitakuwa na kuhusisha na advertisement zetu za siku ya leo. We still have Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, East Africa Cosmetics, Engineers Land and Properties, and lastly we have Better You School. Ni kanda ambazo nitakuwa ninakuhusisha nazo. Na hivi sasa basi napojiandaa kukuletea habari kwenye ukurasa wa kwanza kwenye gazeti la The Standard na gazeti la Daily Nation, ningependa tuweze kuangazia advertisement yetu ya kwanza. Iwapo wewe ni mfanya biashara, unamiliki duka la salon, unamiliki duka la kinyozi na unajiuliza ni wapi utakuwa unapokea bidhaa hizo kwa bei nafuu zaidi, basi East Africa Cosmetics wanakupatia nafasi hiyo kuweza kupokea bidhaa hizo hadi za mapambo. For more information, let's have a look at East Africa Cosmetics advertisement.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life.
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji. Hiyo imekuwa ni kanda ya East Africa Cosmetics ambao wanapatikana katika mji huu mkuu wa Nakuru. Unaweza kufika pale, wanapatikana pale Jala Plaza. On your way to Tidy's Hotel ukitumia barabara ya Gusii, wanapatikana pale ground floor Jala Plaza. Unaweza kufika pale ukaangazia bidhaa tofauti tofauti. Hii leo basi unaweza kuamua ukabadilisha muonekano wako. Unaweza kufika pale pia ukafanyiwa manicure, pedicure, cutex and nailing kwa wanadada ambao wangependa kufanyiwa huduma hizo. Unaweza kupatia ama kuweza kupewa huduma hizo pale East Africa Cosmetics. Duka lingine litapatikana pale opposite Showmut Plaza next to Carnation Hotel. Unaweza kufika pale ukaweza kupatiwa huduma hizo kwa bei nafuu hata zaidi. That's all about East Africa Cosmetics, your number one solution to all your beauty products. Now, let's have a look at stories that are making headline from the front page of the Daily Nation and the Standard newspaper. I will be starting with the Daily Nation. We'll have a look at the stories on page number 7. It's about crime. How a lost phone exposed child porn suspect in Kiambu Daycare Center. Ni habari ambazo pia niliweza kuziangazia hapo jana kuhusu huyu mwanadada ambaye anashukiwa kuweza kuwadhulumu watoto chini ya miaka umri wa miaka 12. Mmoja wao akiwa umri wa miaka 4 na mwingine akiwa umri wa miaka 2. Ni kanda ambazo ziliweza kupatikana katika rununu yake ambayo iliweza kupotea, na tunaweza kwamba when Teresia Wambui was arraigned before court, she faced grave accusation that are the ultimate betrayal, breaching the trust of parents who entrusted their children under her care only for the minors to be robbed of their innocence. The story is on page number 7. Ni habari ambazo zinaweza kusikitisha kwa sababu unapata kwamba kuna wazazi ambao wanaamini wale ambao wanawalinda watoto. Na anasema kwamba si wote, kwa sababu unapata kwamba kuna wengine wanaendelesha shughuli hii kwa uwazi na pia vile vile kuhakikisha kwamba wanafunzi ama watoto wanaangaliwa kwa ukaribu na kuweza kusaidiwa pale. Lakini kwa matukio kama haya yanapotokea, tunaomba kwamba sheria ikaweze kuchukua mkondo wake na akaweza kuwajibishwa pale, kwa sababu hawa ni watoto ambao hata hawajitambui na hawajui ni kipi wanahusika nacho. When Teresia Wambui was arraigned before court, she faced grave accusations that are the ultimate betrayal, breaching the trust of parents who entrusted their children under her care only for the minors to be robbed of their innocence. That story is on page number 7 of the Daily Nation. We also have the story on page number 3. It is about graft cases and about grafter. Germany investor seeks 142 million shillings from city politician. German investor seeks 142 million shillings from city politician. 3 months after losing the Nairobi governor election, Miss Agnes Kagure signed a petroleum deal with a German who now says she conned him a 142 million shillings. That story is on page number 3. And about education, we have the story on page number 7 again. Court stops Ruto's varsity funding model. The court has temporarily suspended the new funding model for studies in universities and colleges after 3 organizations challenged it, arguing that it is unconstitutional and has created confusion in institutions of higher learning. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 7, na pia vile vile habari ambazo nazipokea katika meza hii ni kwamba chuo kikuu cha Moi mjini Eldoret kimeweza kufungwa kwa mgomo ambao umeweza kuwepo katika shule hiyo ama chuo kikuu hicho cha Moi, na tunaelezwa kwamba wanafunzi watakuwa wanatumia ujumbe hadi wakati ambapo shule hiyo itakuwa inafunguliwa tena. Hivi sasa basi hawajui itakuwa inafunguliwa lini, na kila ambacho kinaendelea pale ni kwamba kumekuwepo na kucheleweshwa kwa mishahara ya wahadhiri, na pia vile wafanyakazi pale wamekuwa wakipokea malipo ambayo ni duni, na mishahara ambayo imekuwa ikilipa pale haijakuwa ikifika kwa wakati, na wengine hata pia wasilipwe chochote. Ni habari ambazo tunazipokea hivi sasa, na pia vile ni vyema tukaweza kuona serikali pia ikaweza kuangazia swala hilo, kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba shughuli zinaweza kurejelea tena katika shule hiyo ya Moi University. Naam, na pia vile katika ukurasa huu wa 4 na 5, this is about health conversation. SHIF suffering on as MPs query 104 billion shillings UHC system cost. Big dilemma. Doctors across the country find themselves in a frustrating and painful dilemma as healthcare professionals. They sought to provide care and save lives, yet their hands are now tied up by hospitals, policies, and the restrictions imposed by the new Social Health Insurance Fund. This is the SHIF. Meanwhile, MPs have questioned why a new health information system is costing the government 104.8 billion shillings, yet the one it is replacing by the defunct National Health Insurance Fund, that is the NHIF, only required a 700 million shillings upgrade. Haya ni masuala ambayo yanajitokeza pale. Ni kwa nini mfumo huu mpya umeweza kutumika ama umeweza kutumia shilingi bilioni 104.8, na ile hali for upgrade kuweza kufanywa marekebisho kwa NHIF ilikuwa iweze kuchukua shilingi milioni 700. Hayo ndio maswali ambayo yanaulizwa pale. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 4 na 5 kwenye gazeti la Daily Nation. Also on page number 11, we have the story about communist. We have the story about curse of the deputies. Communist Lumumba Institute and fall of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. The story is on page number 11. We are being told that it was December 12, 1964, and a republic had just been born amid the fanfare around the nascent administration. A secret steered beneath the surface, tucked away from the public at a compound in Ruaraka, a sculpture of Congo's maitre Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba stood. Only one man grasped the magnitude of the machination in its shadow, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Kenya's vice president. We also have a total of 12 leaders. We have 12 vice presidents and deputy presidents that Kenya had since the independence. We have Oginga Odinga, John Murumbi, Daniel Moi, Mwai Kibaki, Josephat Karanja, George Saitoti, Musalia Mudavadi, Wamalwa Kijana, Mudi Awuor, Kalonzo Musyoka, William Ruto, and Rigathi Gachagua. The story is on page number 11 of the Daily Nation. And our headline, we have Gachagua's fight back. Gachagua's fight back. An embattled Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua yesterday personally moved to court in an 11th attempt to block the impeachment motion against him. The DP, who described the process as a choreographed political lynching designed to defeat the sovereign will of the people, also poke holes into the 11 charges facing him. That story is on page number 10 of the Daily Nation. And about politics, DP denies owing 5.2 billion shillings properties as public participation on ouster bid starts. He denies owing a property worth 5.2 billion shillings. Na habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 10 kwenye gazeti la Daily Nation. That's all about the front page of the Daily Nation as I head to the Standard newspaper. We have the story on page number 23, an eye for an eye. The story is about chaos, or rather wars in Israel. Israel eyes top-level targets. The story is on page number 22. And on page number 10, this is about special report about finance. State turns to a perfect storm into a crisis. State turns a perfect storm into a crisis. The story is on page number 10. Na tunaona picha ya huyu waziri wa fedha, Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi ameweza kuchapisha pale. That story is on page number 10. We are being told that state turns a perfect storm into a crisis. And on page number 2, we also have the story about health. Protest after NHIF members moved to a new health scheme. Protest after NHIF members moved to court, or rather moved to new health scheme. Protest after NHIF members moved to a new health scheme. That story is on page number 2. And on page number 14, this is on opinion column. Niccolo Machiavelli was apt when he said, if a prince bases the defense of his state on mercenaries, he will never achieve stability or security. Likewise, if Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment goes through, President William Ruto will have a weak political firewall. Ni maoni ambayo yanapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 14 on the opinion column. Na hii leo basi unapata kwamba ni siku ambayo mchakato huu wa kukusanya maoni ya umma, public participation regarding the ongoing impeachment motion of the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Na pia vilevile katika ukurasa huu wa 6, same on politics, you have DP's options as parliament goes flat out of views. DP's options as parliament goes flat out for views. It is increasingly looking like Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's mind is made up, but as he mulls whether to fight on, take flight, seek reconciliation, or submit to fate, Parliament today mounts an exclusive public participation exercise like no other. Hii leo basi, iwapo ungependa kuchangia kuhusu yale ambayo yanahusishwa na huyu naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua, unaweza kufanya hivyo kwa sababu shughuli hiyo itakuwa inaendelea katika maeneo ya constituency level ili kuweza kutoa maoni yako kuhusu mchakato huu wa kuweza kumbandua naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua. And on page number 4, this is our headline: University chaos as court hands Ruto fresh blow. University chaos as court hands Ruto fresh blow. The story is on page number 4, and it is about education sector. Uncertainty gala, a high court order suspending implementation of a new formula, a new funding formula of higher learning institutions, now in its second year, has put the education of 250,000 students and the future of strapped public universities in limbo, potentially forcing the government back to the drawing board over its flaunted model. That story is on page number 4. And according to Justice Chacha Mwita, conservatory orders are issued against respondents, their servants, agents, and employees from implementing the new education funding model until the hearing and determination of the petitioner. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 4 kwenye gazeti la The Standard. And also we have from the President William Ruto, the new funding model ensures that higher education students from vulnerable backgrounds receive between 80 and 95% of tuition loans and scholarships to pursue education like other Kenyans. Ni usemi ambao uliweza kutoka kwa huyu Rais William Samoei Ruto tunapozungumzia kuhusu mswada huu ama mfumo huu mpya wa kufadhili wanafunzi haswa wa vyuo vikuu, that new university funding model. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 4 kwenye gazeti la The Standard. Na mtazamaji, that's all about the front page of the Daily Nation and the Standard newspaper. I will be taking a very short commercial break. Nikirejea basi tutakuwa tunaangazia habari hizi kwa undani zaidi na pia kuweza kuwahusisha wale ambao watakuwa wamezungumza nami kwenye mtandao zetu za kijamii. We are live on Facebook, Mamlaka Television, on YouTube, Mamlaka Television, na pia unaweza kuzungumza nami kupitia mtandao wangu wa Facebook. Ukurasa wangu wa Facebook, Nyongesa Derrick Official. Unaweza kunifuatilia pale, usiondoke.
Nakuru College life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniuslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School. Conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400.
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji. Kimekuwa kipindi kifupi cha mapumziko, tumeweza kurejea tena. Asante sana Catalina James kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba mambo yanaenda vizuri zaidi, hasa kwenye mtandao zetu za kijamii. Tutakuwa naelekea pale kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba ni akina nani wanazungumza nami asubuhi hii leo. Nimeweza kueleza kwamba iwapo ungependa kuwasiliana nami, unaweza kutumia ukurasa wetu wa Facebook Mamlaka Television on Facebook, na pia vile vile kupitia YouTube channel Mamlaka Television tunaweza kuwasiliana pale pia. Na ni vyema uweze kunieleza unatazama ukiwa wapi. Nitakuwa naelekea katika ukurasa wangu wa Facebook kunyongeza Derek Official niweze kujua haswa ni akina nani wako ndani. Na bila shaka naona tuko naye Miss Wanjiru Kanyago anasema tuned in. Thank you so much. Peter Njehia anasema tuned in. Wako kule Meru anasema tuned in. Thank you so much Peter Njehia. Minister Peter Njehia from Chosen Generation. Na pia vile vile tuko naye Barbara Nafula anasema tuned in. That's good. Anasema waiting for that conversation about mental health awareness. We have Princess Betty anasema tuned in. We have Feli the journalist anasema tuned in. Peter Junior Ayemba anasema tuned in. We have Magda Sabine Chebs anasema tuned in. Roslyn Kagiri anasema tuned in. We have Godwin Taga pia na anasema tuned in. Rebecca Mora anasema tuned in. Laura Chebeta, Jared Osoro Pamzo wote wanasema tuned in. JSM Mwangi anasema tuned in. Pia tuko naye Naush Tasha anasema tuned in. And lastly we have Eunice Njeri and Lavi Benta from Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality anasema tuned in. Ni katika ukurasa wangu wa Facebook anasema asanteni sana. Leo ikiwa ni siku ya Ijumaa, basi tuendelee kuwasiliana pale kwenye mitandao zetu za kijamii. Na pia vile vile kwenye ukurasa wetu wa Facebook Mamlaka Television naona tuko naye Madam Penina Nganga anasema tuned in from Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. Naona pia Peter Junior Ayemba ametuma katika ukurasa wangu wa Facebook na pia kuweza kutuma ujumbe mfupi katika ukurasa wa Mamlaka Television. Nasema asanteni sana. Ni wale ambao wameweza kuwasiliana nami kwenye ukurasa wetu wa Facebook Mamlaka Television. Nasema asanteni sana. Tuendelee kuwasiliana pale kwenye mitandao zetu za kijamii. Na pia ungependa kutuma ujumbe mfupi kupitia nambari ya simu ni 0721 899 899. Unaweza kufanya hivyo hasa unapotumia mtandao wa WhatsApp. Unaweza kutumia ujumbe pale na tutaweza kusoma. Nambari ya simu nyingine ni 0700 899 899. Now let's have a look at this story about education on page number 4 of the Standard newspaper. Ni habari ambazo zinahusu sekta ya elimu, hasa tunapoangazia kuona koti ikaweza kuamuru kwamba mfumo huu wa kufadhili wanafunzi wa vyuo vikuu uweze kusitishwa hadi wakati ambapo kesi itakuwa inasikizwa tena. We have the story on page number 4. University or rather uncertainty rocks universities as court suspends a new funding model. Students and institutions stare at a bleak future. Should the orders affect the second semester? That story is on page number 4. Tunaelezwa kwamba students and institutions stare at a bleak future. should the orders affect the second semester? The model has been objected by activists, students, and parents, saying it is not equitable. President William Ruto's new university funding model faced a major setback on Thursday after a court order suspended its implementation. Now it is, or rather now in its second year. Tunaona hapo jana koti iliweza kutoa uamuzi kwamba mfumo huo uweze kusitishwa hadi wakati ambapo kesi hiyo itakuwa inasikizwa tena. This decision leaves more than 250,000 students uncertain about the funding of their university education, potentially forcing the government back to the drawing board despite promoting the model as part of the plan, or rather part of its plan to reform higher education in the country. Questions also linger about the future, or rather the future of public universities. If the orders remain in place regarding how they will support students when institutions resume for the second semester in January. However, the court order offers relief to critics of the funding model, which has recently faced strong opposition from students, university staff, and civil society groups. Wanafunzi zaidi ya 250,000 huenda basi watakuwa wanaathirika pale iwapo mfumo huu utakuwa unasitishwa. Lakini kile kitu ambacho tunazungumzia ni kwamba lazima serikali iweze kuangazia kwamba ni vipi mbinu hii itakuwa inawafaidi wanafunzi wote ambao wanatoka katika familia za wastani na pia wanafunzi ambao wako na uwezo, ili kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba kila mwanafunzi anapata nafasi ya kusoma pale shuleni na kusiwepo na ubaguzi pale. And according to Justice Chacha Mwita issued the conservatory orders following a petition filed by the Kenyan Human Rights Commission, that is the KHRC, the Elimu Bora Working Group, the Students Kakas, and a citizen, Boaz Waruku. They argue that the model is discriminatory and excludes thousands of students from accessing the education, or rather accessing higher education. The court-barred Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba, the Attorney General, and the Higher Education Loans Board, that is HELB, University Fund Kenya Trustees, and the Kenya Universities and College Central Placement Service, that is KUSIPS, from implementing the funding model until the case is resolved. The conservatory orders are issued against the respondent, their servants, agents, and employees from implementing the new education funding model until the hearing and determination of the petition ordered by Justice Mwita. While assuming the order, the judge noted that the case had been delayed due to government's failure to submit their filings on time. And at a glance, we have number of students currently receiving university university aid under the new model. We have a total of 234,811 students. These are the number, or rather this is the number of students currently receiving a university aid under the new model. A total of 234,811 students. And also have the number of students who applied for university funding in 2023. The year 2023, we have a total of 113,075 students. This is the total number of students who applied for the university funding in the year 2023. A total of 113,075 students. And we also have a number of students who applied for university funding in 2024. A total of 121,736 students. This is the exact number of students who applied for the funding, or rather for the university funding model, the year 2024. And we also have court details, or rather court case details. Petitioners, we have Kenya Human Rights Commission. This is the KHRC, Elimu Bora Working Groups, Students Kakas, and Boaz Waruku, who is a citizen. We also have the respondent side, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba, who is the Cabinet Secretary for Education. We also have the Attorney General, the Higher Education Loans Board, HELB, University Funding Kenya Trustees, and Kenya Universities and College Central Placement Service, that is KUSIPS. Then lastly, have a date for mention of the case, December 16, 2024. And we also have scholarship. Scholarship, we have band 1 70%, band 2 60%, band 3 50%, band 4 40%, and band 5 30%. We also have loans in band 1 at 25%, at band 2 we have 30%, band 3 we have 30%, band 4 30%, and band 5 30%. We also have a household contribution. At band 1 we have 5%, band 2 we have 10%, and band 3 20%, band 4 30%, and band 5 we have 40%. And upkeep loan, at band 1 we have 60,000, band 2 we have 55,000, band 5 50,000, band 3 50,000, band 4 45,000, and band 5 40,000. Ni habari ambayo imeweza kuangaziwa hapa kwenye ukurasa huu wa 4 kuhusu sekta hii ya elimu. Na kesi hii basi itakuwa inasikizwa tena mwezi wa 12 tarehe 16 mwaka wa 2024. Hivi sasa basi unapata kwamba shughuli hiyo itakuwa imesitishwa hadi wakati kesi hiyo itakuwa inasikizwa tena kuhusu the new university funding model. And on the same page we have about economy report. Ruto borrowed 258.4 billion shillings between May and August. The Kenya Kwanza administration took 11 loans worth 258.4 billion shillings between May and August 2024 to finance various projects. It has emerged. A report tabled by the Treasury before the National Assembly shows the loans were obtained from both multilateral and bilateral lenders. The total value of the 11 new loans signed is 258 billion shillings, 408 million shillings, 880,602 Kenyan shillings. Ni mkopo ambao serikali imeweza kukopa kati ya mwezi wa Mei na Augusta, mwezi huu wa 5 na mwezi wa 8. Ni habari ambazo zimeweza kuangaziwa hapa kwenye ukurasa huu wa 4. Na mtazamaji, pia ningependa kuweza kukueleza kuhusu our next advertisement. Tukisalia pale katika mfumo wa elimu, basi kwa wanafunzi ambao wangependa kujiunga na taasisi hii ya Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, October intake still ongoing. Unaweza kufika pale ukaweza kuangazia kosi ya tourism, hospitality, pastry and baking, accountancy, electrical engineering, pastry and baking, and sign language and interpretation. Ni kosi ambazo unaweza kujipatia pale Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. For more information, let's have a look at Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality advertisement. Naam, that's all about Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. Taasisi hii inapatikana katikati ya mji huu mkuu wa Nakuru, ukiwa pale Kenyatta Avenue, Equator House, 4th floor, orofa ya 4, next to Ereto Bookshop. Unaweza kufika pale ukaweza kuangazia kosi ambazo nimeweza kukutajia, mojawapo ikiwa ni tourism, hospitality, electrical engineering, pastry and baking, sign language and interpretation, and it's also a school of language. unaweza kusoma pale Kifaransa, Kichina na pia Germany kama lugha unaweza kusoma pale Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. Mazingira basi unapata kwamba yameweza kuboreshwa pale, unaweza kufika pale na ukaweza kupata wakati mzuri, wakati bora zaidi kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba unasoma na kuweza kuhitimu pale. Unapata kwamba mitihani ambayo inapatikana pale, they offer ICM, NEC, KASNEB, NITA and ICM. Ni mitihani ambayo inapatikana pale, unaweza kufanya mitihani hiyo, ukisha hitimu basi unapewa cheti na ukaweza kujipatia nafasi zaidi ama nafasi bora zaidi ya kujipatia kazi katika taifa hili la Kenya na pia vile vile mataifa za kigeni. That's all about Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. Ni taasisi ambayo inaongozwa na Madam Penina Ng'ang'a na wanatueleza kwamba they define a culture of professional excellence. Now, let's have a look at stories about health sector. We have the story on page number 2 of the Standard newspaper. Protest as NHIF members are migrated to a new health scheme. Kumekuwepo na mgomo ama wale ambao waliweza ama their information or rather their data was transferred from NHIF to SHIF, na kuna wale ambao waliweza kuandamana na kusema kwamba ilikuwa ni kinyume na sheria in terms of data privacy and protection. Tunaweza kwamba those affected said they had been denied the option of consenting to the new terms. Those affected said they had been denied the option of consenting to the new terms. Kuweza kufahamu haswa mambo mapya ambayo yanajitokeza pale katika mfumo huu mpya wa afya wa SHIF na pia vile vile the SHA, the Social Health Authority. And they also claim that but the ministry says the migration is legal and urged members to verify and update their profiles. There were widespread complaints after members of the now defunct National Health Insurance Fund, NHIF, were migrated to the new Social Health Authority, SHA. Those affected argued that they had been denied the opportunity to consent to the new scheme's terms. On Wednesday, a day after the Social Health Insurance Fund was launched, NHIF members began receiving text messages informing them that they had been automatically enrolled to the new plan. Kuna wale ambao wanalalamika kwamba they were denied a chance to seek consent, lakini waliweza kuamkia siku ya Jumatano wakipata ujumbe mfupi kwamba wameweza ama their information was transferred from NHIF to SHA, that is the new health insurance fund, the new social health insurance fund. Na tunaeleza kwamba NHIF had very difficult terms of service compared to SHIF/SHA. This is and migrating people without their consent is a breach of data privacy and is illegal. This should be common sense. One Kenyan expressed their frustration on X, formerly known as Twitter. Katika mtandao wa Twitter ambao hivi sasa unafahamika kama X, kuna wale ambao wamesema kwamba this was illegal in terms of data protection and data privacy. I haven't registered yet. I have received this SMS that is a short message. They can see, or rather they can as well finish the job and update my profile since I am not boarding at that shape. Another individual commented after receiving the notification. The Ministry of Health responded yesterday, stating that the ongoing enrollment of Kenyans in SHIF without their consent is legal under legal notice of 147 of 2024 and urged members to verify the update before their profile, or rather to verify and update their profile. When the Standard sought clarification on the legal grounds of state agencies shifting personal data without consent, especially concerning health and insurance, from the Office of Data Protection Commissioner, that is the ODPC, the response was ambiguous. And according to Kenyan on X, NHIF had very different terms of service compared to SHIF/SHA, and migrating people without their consent is a breach of data privacy and is illegal. This should be a common sense. One of a Kenyan posted that information on X. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa pili kwenye gazeti la The Standard. And on the same page, we have the story about economy. Mbadi, who is the cabinet secretary treasury, the treasury cabinet secretary, blames controller of budget for counties votes. Kumbuka counties ziko katika matatizo ya madeni, na kuna viongozi hasa tunapoangazia gavana wa kaunti ya Trans Nzoia George Natembeya aliweza kusema kwamba, kulingana naye akasema kwamba iwapo basi fedha hazipo za kutosha za kuweza kufadhili counties kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba zinajiendelea ama zinajiendeleza katika miradi tofauti tofauti, basi counties ziweze kutupiliwa mbali. Na matatizo hayo unapata kwamba hapo jana wakati ambapo huyu controller of budget alijiwasilisha mbele ya bunge, tunaona the Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi has launched a scathing attack on the controller of budget COB and her office, accusing her officers of rent seeking and hampering the operations of county governments. Speaking at the consultative meeting with the governors in Naivasha yesterday during the quarterly consultative session with the Council of Governors Health Committee, Mbadi criticizes the requirement for county finance officials to travel from distant counties such as Turkana target fund cleared, something he urged could easily be handled remotely. Na mtazamaji, ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa pili kwenye gazeti la The Standard. Na bila shaka ni wito kwa serikali kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba masuala haya ambayo tunayazungumzia, unapata kwamba kuna matatizo ambayo yameweza kutokea katika sekta ya elimu, sekta ya afya, na pia vile vile ni vyema sana serikali ikaweza kuingilia kati. Iwapo basi ni mgao wa fedha ambazo inapaswa kuweza kutuma pale kwa wakati, waweze kufanya hivyo ili tusiweze kupokea matatizo mengi zaidi, kwa sababu siku zote kodi nayo haicheleweshwi, ama kodi hamna siku ambayo kodi inachelewa kuweza kutozwa. Na ni vyema sana kodi inapotozwa basi fedha hizo ziweze kuhakikisha kwamba zinatumwa kwa wakati kuweza kufadhili miradi tofauti tofauti, na mojawapo ikiwepo ni mfumo wa elimu na pia mfumo wa afya katika taifa hili letu la Kenya. The story is on page number 2 of the Standard newspaper and it is about the health sector. Now, moving on to our daily newspaper. I will be handling this story on page number 10 and 11 and it is about politics. Na bila shaka nitakuwa nakukumbusha kwamba katika awamu yetu ya pili tutakuwa tunazungumzia kuhusu mental health awareness. Na ni vyema pia iwapo una maswali utakuwa unaungana nami kwenye mtandao zetu za kijamii uweze kutuma maswali yako ili tukaweza kuangazia na wageni wetu siku hii ya leo. And on page number 10 of the Daily Nation, we have the story about Gachagwa's fight back. On page number 10, Gachagwa's fight back. Na tunaeleza kwamba Gachagwa makes 11th attempt to block out bid in fight back. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has moved to court in an 11th attempt to stop his impeachment by Parliament, arguing that charges against him are false and that one day is not sufficient to gather public views on the same. Anasema kwamba siku moja haitoshi kuweza kupokea maoni kutoka kwa umma. Na nimeweza kueleza kwamba siku hii ya leo basi iwapo ungependa kutoa maoni yako kuhusu mswada huu ambao uliweza kuwasilishwa mbele ya bunge kuweza kumbandua huyu naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua, unaweza kufika katika afisi za constituency ward level, na pia vile vile kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba unatoa maoni yako kuhusu mswada huu wa kumbandua naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua mamlakani. Na tunaeleza kwamba with the 7-day timeline for the National Assembly to decide the special motion set to lapse on Tuesday, Mr. Gachagua yesterday personally went to court after numerous petitions by individuals sympathetic to him. The Deputy President petitioned the High Court's Constitution and Human Rights Division in Nairobi to block the National Assembly from debating the motion or forwarding it to the Senate, and to order the public forums on impeachment be undertaken in all the 290 constituencies, the diaspora, and the 1,450 electoral wards where the presidential elections takes place. Ni habari ambazo zimeweza kuangaziwa katika ukurasa huu wa 10. Tunaona naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua anaelekea kotini kuweza kuomba kuweze kusitishwa mchakato huu wa kuweza kukusanya maoni kutoka kwa umma kuhusu mswada huu wa kumbandua mamlakani. Na kulingana naye anasema kwamba siku moja haiwezi kutosha kuweza kupokea maoni kutoka kwa wananchi, na pia vile anasema kwamba ni vyema iwapo wangependa kuweza kukusanya maoni kutoka kwa wananchi yakaweza kufanywa katika maeneo yote ya kupiga kura from all the 290 constituency level, na pia vile at diaspora waweze kuhakikisha kwamba wanafanya hivyo. Na unapata kwamba anasema kwamba yale ambayo wanamshutumu ni uongo, na kulingana naye amesema kwamba the property he owns ambao wanasema kwamba worth for 5.2 billion shillings ni false accusations, na habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 12 ama wa 10 kwenye gazeti la Daily Nation. And on page number 11 we have the story about the how Lumumba Institute led to Jaramogi's fall. Bila shaka you have a showdown Jaramogi's resignation later. You have not given any consideration to me as a number, or rather as you are number 2 in state matters. Ni simulizi tu, unapata kwamba tatizo ama matatizo ambayo yanakumba naibu wa rais tangu tulipopata uhuru. Tunaona nafasi ya naibu wa rais inakuwa na changamoto zake, kuanzia kwa Jaramogi Oginga Odinga hadi kwa huyu naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua sasa hivi tunapozungumzia hoja hizi za kuweza kumbandua mamlakani. Ni habari ambazo zimeweza kuangaziwa katika ukurasa huu wa 12. Na kufika hapo, mtazamaji, naona mgeni wetu amekwisha fika na tutakuwa tunaangazia kuhusu mental health awareness. Na ni vyema iwapo basi una swali utakuwa unauliza pale kwenye mitandao zetu za kijamii, on Facebook Mamlaka Television, on YouTube Mamlaka Television, na pia vile katika ukurasa wangu wa Facebook Nyongesa Derrick Official. We are going to have our health conversation today about mental health awareness. Usiondoke.
When you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniuslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School, conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400 meters off Ruby's petrol station on the way to Luna Hotel, we are at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas Sanctuary. To secure your spot, call 0790-899-899 or visit us at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas. Better You School, bettering your future.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life. Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality offers comprehensive education ranging from artisan levels to advanced diplomas. Our courses cover food and beverage production, catering and accommodation, installation. We also provide short courses in public relations, event management and entrepreneurship, as well as language classes in Spanish, German, French, Chinese, and sign language and interpretation. Our accredited examining bodies include NEC, ICM, CASNEB, NITA, and KISM. Accommodation is available for out-of-town students. We offer full-time, part-time, and online classes. For more information, visit us on the 4th floor of Equita House, Nakuru. Contact us at 0727 424 698 or 0721 582 532 or email info@nakurucollege.ac.ke. You can also visit our website www.nakurucollege.ac.ke. Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, defining a culture of professional excellence. Dreams come to life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniouslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School, conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400 meters off Ruby's petrol station on the way to Luna Hotel, we are at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas Sanctuary. To secure your spot, call 0790-899-899 or visit us at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas. Better You School, bettering your future.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life. Life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniuslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School, conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400 meters off Ruby's petrol station, on the way to Luna Hotel, we are at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas Sanctuary. To secure your spot, call 0790-899-899 or visit us at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas. Better You School, bettering your future.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you...
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji katika awamu hii yetu ya pili. Tunaangazia kuhusu mental health awareness. Na bila shaka mtazamaji, wapo na maswali, basi tutakuwa tunapokea pale kwenye mitandao zetu za kijamii. Wageni wetu tuko na Zipora na tuko naye Ibrahima. Tutakuwa tunasikiza kutoka kwao tuweze kujua hasa tunapozungumzia swala hili kuhusu your well being mentally, haswa ni vipi tutakuwa tunasaidiana pale, na ni vyema tuangazie haswa tunapoangazia mahala ambapo unafanya kazi, ni vipi unajiweka ukiwa sawa. Iwapo basi una swali, wasiliana nasi kwenye mitandao zetu za kijamii, on Facebook Mamlaka Television, on YouTube Mamlaka Television, na pia vile vile unaweza kutumia nambari zetu za simu 0721899899 na pia nambari ya simu nyingine ni 0700899899. Now, wacha tuende pamoja hadi kwenye mada yetu ya siku ya leo tuweze kusikiza kutoka kwa wageni wetu. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tutaanzia, wanasema ladies first.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning Madam Zipora.
Good morning.
Uko salama?
Niko salama kabisa,
Yeah.
nashukuru. Wewe je?
Yeah, niko salama pia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the second time you're coming again.
Yes. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hebu tueleze kwa wale ambao labda hawakutupata kwa mara ya kwanza. Who is Madam Zipora?
Okay. So Madam Madam inakaya traffic ile ya Madam.
No.
Yes, but I prefer being called Zippy. But
Zippy,
officially,
yeah.
I'm Zipora
Yeah.
Mombi. I'm a counseling psychologist.
Yeah.
But then I also lead
Yeah.
an organization called Haven of Dreams. We are based in Free Area.
Yeah.
We work towards ensuring mental wellness to the population.
No.
And we work on two main thematic areas.
Yes.
One being mental health and psychosocial support. And the second one, child, adolescent, and youth empowerment.
Yeah.
Na pia tunatumia play and art and sports and
Yeah.
also books just to create awareness on mental health and other issues in the community.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Let's also have to hear from our gentleman, Ibrahima Sangolo.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the first time, huh?
It is.
Yeah, to have you on Mamlaka Breakfast.
Right. You got my name right.
Yeah.
Huwa inatatiza watu Sangolo.
Sangoro.
Yeah, wanasema Sangolo.
Yeah.
So, like you rightly said, my name is Ibrahim Sangolo.
Yeah.
I'm also a counseling psychologist at Haven of Dreams. And I also double up as the monitoring and evaluation officer there, just to ensure that all programs and projects we are doing are in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm also happy to have you. Na swala ambalo limeweza kusababisha niweze kuwaita, tunazungumzia sasa hivi unapata kwamba vijana wako katika mzongo wa mawazo na hatufahamu haswa shida ni ipi. na wengi unapata kwamba inakuwa vigumu kuzungumza na hatujui tatizo linaanzia wapi. Tunapozungumzia kuhusu mental health awareness tunamaanisha nini? Tuanzie hapo. To you, Ibrahim.
Swali nzuri hilo.
Naam.
Kiswahili changu ni kibovu lakini nitajaribu.
Jaribu tu. Unaweza kutumia hata lugha ya Kiingereza.
Ya Kiingereza.
Naam. Yeah.
So when we're talking awareness is wewe as an individual first before hata tuende kwenye kikundi ama kwenye community ni wajijua kivipi pindi uko na msongo wa mawazo.
Yeah.
So when you are going through a mental health distress, be it stress, be it depression, be it anxiety, are you aware yourself that you are undergoing such? And if so, then do you know what are the next steps that you're supposed to take to ensure that you are addressing that issue? So like you rightly said, 9 out of 10 times vijana wengi hawajui haya mambo, because we can all agree that mental health is still a developing issue within our country and even the African continent at large. It's something that we are trying to embrace, especially post-COVID. So as per now, unapata sisi watu wenye, si Gen Z, watu wenye tulizaliwa in the 80s and the early 90s, mental health was never an issue that you could hear of, but you see somebody has died by suicide. And if they do so, then ni uchawi ama walirogwa ama ni taboo, you get. But now we are trying to understand that mental health issues actually can be a trigger and cause to suicide. So your awareness, it's still developing, and that's why bado tunaona we have a lot of work to be done. And I think one way of maybe creating awareness is maybe us being here for a sensitization and awareness program.
Thank you so much. At least now I've understood, because it's very wide. When you talk about mental wellness and issues or have disorders that arise and some illness. To you, Zipporah.
Yes.
Umesema nisikuite madam. Last time I remember we were talking about sexual harassment. Na it can lead to depression. And ningependa tuweze kuangazia in a way that our brother ameweza kuzungumzia kuhusu wakati wa COVID watu wengi waliweza kupoteza kazi. Na sasa hivi unapata kwamba tunazungumzia kuhusu mental health awareness specifically at workplace. Na mtu ambaye ameweza kupoteza kazi, huyu mtu tunamsaidia vipi? Asiweze kupatwa kusukumwa sana na mzongo wa mawazo. Tunamsaidia vipi?
I think wakati mtu amepoteza job, kazi, it can be overwhelming because right now some of our works and our jobs and our workplace give meaning to us. And because you wake up in the morning, you know you're going to do something. Unaenda mahali that kutakuwa na outcome, kutakuwa na impact, like it gives value to you. It's also a source of income, meaning inakupatia, you are able to afford the kind of lifestyle that you desire. But then also apart from that, affording the lifestyle that you desire, you're also able to achieve your goals and to reach your goals. Because the truth is, money is very important. Atuwezi danganyana ati pesa ni mbaya, pesa ni mzuri, because it makes you afford things. It inakupatia option. Actually, money gives you a voice. Juu ukikuwa na pesa na tu uende soko kanyange nyanya ya mtu ama matunda ya mtu, aki madam pole shika hii. Jaribu kutembea wakati hauna pesa. You don't see mbele, haunangi anywhere. But then again, wakati na come kwa loss of jobs, it goes back maybe kwa, I look at it from different angles. Number one, kama ni workplace. Like kama ni watu wanaambiwa it's redundancy, watu wanaambiwa wakae nyumbani. Do we have systems at the workplace zenye zina allow watu kukua prepared for them to go home? Yes, there are companies that do that, organizations that do that. It's not easy, but at least it makes it easier. Because now inaku prepare, like probably in a month or two, hautakuwa kazi. Yes, then the other bit is also, of course, when tukisema tuna prepare, and even now going outside, therapy can be expensive. So, but then it's also worthwhile for people to get to it, ndio waweze ku adjust. Therapy and counseling is not just wakati vitu zime hit rock bottom, but then it's also to help you prepare. But one of the things that I always tell people is that, of course, wakati mtu ame lose kazi, there's that tendency ya kusema, vitu zitajipa, vitu zitakuwa sawa, so let me do what I will do. So ama let me stick to the kind of lifestyle ambayo nilikuwa ninaishi. But it's also important that we be realistic in terms of yes, nimepoteza job. A job maybe nimepoteza abruptly. I wasn't expecting. Do I have savings? And if I do not have savings, what can I do? Does it mean lazima ni downscale? And when you're downscaling, ni kumaanisha itakuwa, you tell yourself it's temporary as you look for another option. Most of us do not want to downscale pia kwa sababu ya watu watasema nini, what will I do? Or maybe sometimes downscale to a point where you can't downscale anymore, not unless as usema unaanza kuishi kwa streets. But then the idea is to as much as it's hard, think about the solutions that you can have at that point, what you can do. And then also kama ni kubadilisha lifestyle temporarily, but then also working with people that for them to give you that support. And then also pia ni being open about what is happening. Most of us are honestly not open when it comes to job losses, and I totally understand, because sometimes it comes with stigma, sometimes it comes with fear ya responsibility zangu. Maybe mi ndio breadwinner, so nisipo toka kwenda kazi every morning, people will start wondering, shida iko wapi? Yes, kuna all those dynamics, but then it's also good to be open with self, and then also now starting to actively look for other opportunities. And while also actively looking for other opportunities, one thing that I've learned is that in the process ya wewe kutafuta, there are things that maybe will come, maybe hazita align with your values, and starting to ask yourself, do I really want to do this, or do I want to continue looking for other options?
Okay, thank you. And to you, Ibrahim, because we are talking about mental awareness at workplace. How do you identify that person A or person B has a mental issue? How do you identify?
Okay, that's a good question. Very good and very personal to me as well. So,
what do you mean? Saying personal to you?
Yes, like that question really resonates with me, because at workplaces and even on the streets, randomly you hear somebody say, "Ule madam, unaona karibu agongo na pikipiki akivuka barabara." She has depression, or ama akona stress nyingi sana, and probably maybe it's a mere fact that she just has the headphones on and she doesn't hear when the car is hooting. You understand? What I'm trying to say is, unless you are a mental health practitioner, you cannot correctly diagnose the mental health issue that person is undergoing. Yes, but probably you can see some signs and symptoms that might point to that direction, but you cannot ascertain that surely this person is going through something. A while back, we were doing some program with HRs, and we were capacity building them on how best they can handle such kind of situations at workplaces, because HRs are there to go to person most of the times in organizations. And even them say that sometimes it's very difficult for them to handle when such cases are brought to them. So, and then in our workplace, we have a lot of dynamics, and it's very easy for somebody to say that, or maybe Zipporah is ameanza kutupa mbao, and if that escalates to the HR and somebody else, you can be viable to lose your job. You get, which you might add to the mental health issue that you are anticipating she's undergoing. If you understand my point. So I wouldn't encourage that we diagnose people at workplaces, but I would encourage that we be open in communication, even amongst colleagues. And it all starts with us enabling the environment for this sober conversation. If I'm going through something at my workplace, am I open enough with Zippy to tell her that, oh, by the way, you know, I'm going through this and this. Maybe at home, maybe my work is overburdening me, and I do not have time for my family. Am I open enough to communicate that? But because we fear maybe loss of something, maybe loss of promotion, loss of increase in wages and interest at work, then we don't communicate such kind of things. And even sometimes, most people fear their bosses at workplaces. Maybe you might find that your boss will be maybe the right person to help you out in the situation that you are undergoing. So unapata it adds to the burden that you are having at workplace. Kama kazi ni nyingi, kama you are undergoing personal issues at home, all these are burdening up. Unaona ukiambia HR, maybe your HR is not there to go to person. You do not get help at all. So you are waiting to go to church on Sunday to maybe pray for it, ama uende msikiti on Friday, but still that might just help you maybe calm down for a moment. But you still have to address the issue back at the workplace. It's a big challenge.
You know, you have talked about opening up to friends, and Zipporah, I was thinking, we have people who say we don't have friends at workplace. I have a problem. Then again, I remember somebody told me that if you at workplace, just work and go home. There's no friends at workplace. How am I going to be helped? Niko na shida, lakini siwezi sema kwa sababu enyewe nikipoteza kazi, nobody will remember me wakati nilikuwa ninafanya kazi. Pale mahala nafanya kazi, kwa sababu nilikumbuka nimeambiwa hakuna rafiki pale kazini. Hata nikiwa na shida, sasa inakuwa vigumu kuweza kumuelezea. Na labda hata nikimuelezea kwa sababu tumekuwa tumeketi na yeye, huwezi jua ataenda kuambia kina nani. Ni vipi tutakuwa tunasuluhisha swala kama hili? Is it a problem on another problem?
Kinda, it is, and from where I see it, it's also an issue because I feel like most of our workplaces have these, like, an environment where everything is a competition. So you want to look good for the boss. You want to look like you're doing better than the other people, to a point that we forget that we are human beings. And then, because it's a competition, because you want to look good, that means that when I tell you something, you're going to use it against me. And I feel the reason as to why sometimes that happens is because of the environment, your workplace. Like, if at all on Monday, the first thing that you're being asked is, where are the reports, and not, how are you? How was your weekend? How are you faring emotionally? Then kutakuwa that competition, and also that unfriendly environment to open up. Then with that in mind, and owing to the different theories that we have around workplaces, it's also important that now the work environment provides structures that says that when I am going through something, I will go to this person, probably having an in-house psychologist, an in-house coach, or HR, and realizing that when I go to this person, it should not be used against me. That's why we need structures for that. Because people, if the organizational culture is competition and you using my words against me, and it's heading from the head of the organization to yule mwenye utasema ni wa chini, quote unquote, then that will still be that. So it goes also back to the organizational structure, because we've organizational culture. Because we've seen cultures and organizations whereby I will go to Sangolo, and then Sangolo, I'll tell Sangolo what I am going through. Then you go to Sangolo, and he's the lead. He tells you, by the way, unajua ZP is going through this and this. So what happens at that point? It's a culture that has been engraved from the top management. But then one thing that I know for sure, even after COVID, and it depends with different organizations, but personally for me, was the realization that as much as these are not just like employees or colleagues you're working with, they're also human beings. They're also going through issues. So do I have room to tell them, like, open up? And I'm also vulnerable as a person to say, enyewe hii wiki mimi nimechoka, hii wiki nasikia I am totally burnt out. So these are conversations that organizations should have, and then changing the culture, but then also providing room for people to be vulnerable, but then also creating that balance. You are a person, there's you the person, but then also there's the demands of you and your profession and maybe your title. So that's where I stand from. I don't know about that.
You have a thought on that, and then because I was also thinking about you imagine in a situation whereby your boss is going through financial problem and anakuja kuelezea wafanyakazi. Does it really help? Anasema naona tuko na shida ya pesa.
Mbona unasema ukweli?
Mbona unasema ukweli?
Inasaidia ama ndio kuwavunja moyo hadi wafanyakazi pia.
I think
the boss is really stressed about that thing.
It is. I think the best thing is for him to let you know rather than build the expectation that pesa iko na hakuna.
Yeah.
And that also is also equally, I know most people really wanakejeli sana when you have applied for a job.
Yeah.
And then they start very well. Dear Zipporah, we received your application.
Yeah.
There were several, like we received like 700 applications.
Yeah.
Yours was outstanding. But now but we regret that at this point we are not going to continue with you, but we will consider you in future.
Yeah.
You see, they've prepared you psychologically all through those steps before they say you regret. And some use very good words that even at the end when you're reading the regret, you'll say, oh really? So, and some even nowadays are pointing out specific strengths that they've seen in your application that hata ukisoma your regret hapo chini, you're feeling somehow good kidogo.
But Catalina is telling me, how will you regret when you have decided to fire me?
So for the boss case, for instance, I would appreciate a boss who is honest and letting us know that we are in a financial crisis.
Yeah.
So even as we work, we know that maybe tutafanya kazi for 1 or 2 months without salaries, but maybe things are gonna get better in front. Kuliko mwenye anawacha mfanye kazi, unashanga kwa nini hatulipwi
budget
kumbe hakuna budget. I prefer the open communication.
That communication. Now, Zipporah, I also want to know how are we going to end this stigma that is surrounding our mental health around at workplace, na pia vile tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba sio mahala pa kufanya kazi peke yake. Na unapochukulia kwa mfano labda mahala ambapo umetoka nyumbani. Mimi kwa mfano niseme nimetoka nyumbani, tumekuwa na issue na familia. We had a misunderstanding. Hizo shida napaswa kuzileta kazini ama hizo nafasi kwa zangu personally, ikifika kazini nifanye kazi niende nyumbani. How are we going to end that?
Remember, ukiwa na shida nyumbani, you're still the same person.
The same person.
Ni kama mimi as ZP, I am a mom, I am a leader. So if one part of me is affected, chances are high the other bits zitakuwa affected. So we do not say that sasa nikienda nyumbani ama nikienda kwa ofisi, I am not a parent. I am still a parent, and probably there are issues that are affecting me as a parent, and they may trickle down to my performance as an employee, you know. So one thing that I would say when it comes to a workplace is that going back to the issue of culture that I had said earlier, but then also changing the work routine, changing the work patterns. I think after COVID, we realized that people can work from home. People can take breaks and it's okay. And then I would also say as organizations and even as workplaces, please allow your people kama ni could take leaves, they should take that, because that makes them go and rest. And also pia wewe ukitake leave, please try as much as you can to rest. And rest is different for different people. The other bit that I would also say is that have things that can make the organization bond. And bond in a genuine way, not to tick the box. You know, there are people that would say, tuliwapeleka team building, but then your team building ilikuwa ya kupigiwa makelele, kuambiwa next week kuna watu hawatakuwa kazi, you know. But can we have now activities that make us work together? But then also one thing that I would say, individualize your people. In terms of, Sangolo works well at night, the middle of the night. I will work also well in the middle of the night and sometimes early morning. So can I be allowed to deliver as long as I'm delivering to the goals of the organization without thinking that I need to be in the office from 8 to 5 mandatory, hata kama during the day I am not working.
Yeah.
Are we able to understand our people's needs, strengths, and areas of growth so that I know when I'm giving someone these tasks, I know they are able to deliver, and then they will also tag along someone, they'll tag along someone maybe who does not have that skill but can learn in the process. So that we also get to provide this room that yes, I came in for this job and I came in as an accountant. But even with being an accountant, there is more to me. I think one of the things that I ask people when they come to Haven of Dreams is that, Sarah, you've provided the papers, but who are you beyond these papers? Because our work settings and our work structures, and probably how we've also grown up is that if you're an accountant, then that's who you are, even in the workplace. But you can be an accountant, but then also be a good facilitator and do what you love. And some of the jobs that we are doing and some of the courses that we have done, we did them because of our parents, or we did them because they were the trending thing. But in reality, hatungechagua hizo vitu. So for me, I'm looking at that. But then also having honest and genuine conversations and being vulnerable to say that, like the way Sangolo was saying, maybe right now we don't have the resources, so that we also manage expectations. And now providing environment that when I am being vulnerable, you don't use it against me. That it shows my humanity and my human nature.
Wow. Okay. Tukirejea, naona ninaeleza kwamba kanda yetu ya Engineers Land and Properties iko tayari, lakini ningependa tu kufahamisha, kuna yule ambaye ameweza kunitumia ujumbe hapa akasema kwamba nitakuwa na usoma tukirejea, lakini nitaguzia tu ili tuweze kujua tukirudi tutakuwa tunazungumzia nini. Anasema one sign of mtu akiwa na shida ya akili, anasema kwamba depression. Do we have any other forms of mental health illness ambazo tutakuwa tunaangazia tukirejea? Basi hilo tutakuwa tunaangazia ili tuweze kumjibu zaidi, asiweze kufocus on depression alone. Na mtazamaji, ni vyema pia niweze kukueleza kwamba tunapoelekea katika kipindi kifupi cha mapumziko, unaweza kutuma swali lako na tutakuwa tunalisoma pale kwenye mitandao zetu za kijamii on Facebook Mamlaka Television, na pia vile vile katika ukurasa wangu wa Facebook Nyongesa Derrick Official tunaweza kuwasiliana pale. Tunaongelea kuhusu mental health awareness na tunasema kwamba you must end that life of sadness. Unaweza kuwa unapitia changamoto na unajiuliza ni nani utakuwa unamzungumzia. Leo basi tutakuwa tunaelekezwa, ukiwa na changamoto ni nani unapaswa kuweza kumzungumzia. Hivi sasa basi ningependa tuweze kuangazia kanda ya Engineers Land and Properties.
Dreams come to life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Engineers Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. PRV Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.engineerslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Engineers Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us.
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji. Hiyo imekuwa ni kanda ya Engineers Land and Properties. Iwapo basi ungependa kuwekeza katika biashara yako, unaweza kufika pale katika afisi za Engineers Land and Properties. Wanapatikana hapa Kenyatta Avenue, CK Patel Building, orofa ya 8. Unaweza fika pale ukaweza kuelekezwa ni wapi utakuwa ununua kipande cha ardhi, na mojawapo ya sehemu wanauza shamba pale Naivasha, Gilgil, Rumuruti, na pia katika mji huu mkuu wa Nakuru unaweza kujipatia nafasi ya kupokea kipande cha ardhi. A 50 by 100 piece of land unaweza kupokea pale Engineers Land and Properties. That's all about Engineers Land and Properties. Wanakueleza kwamba unaweza kununua kipande cha ardhi na ukaweza kujiendeleza na biashara yako pale. Naam, tunaendelea na mada yetu kuhusu mental health awareness. Na pia na bila shaka tunaangazia kuhusu at workplace. Kuna wale ambao alikuwa ameuliza swala kuhusu do we have any form of mental illness apart from depression? To you Mr. Ibrahim.
Sure. Hilo ni swali nzuri.
Yeah.
Na nitajibu in a minute, lakini nilikuwa nataka kusema kabla tuende katika break, kwa mwanzo zipora about kuna mtu yako na shida nyumbani, sasa narudi kazini, na how does that affect? You know, with mental health it's not physical, si rahisi ione physically. And most people utasikia wakisema kama uko na shida zako nyumbani unaziacha kwa mlango ukiingia kazini. And I just want to illustrate, not to talk more about it, lakini let's assume you have an abusive husband ama abusive wife. Pia nowadays wanaume wanapigwa,
or abusive children.
So let's say your husband knocks you, gives you a punch on the face, na uko na bruise kwa nini? But the next day you're supposed to go to work. How are you supposed to leave that bruise at home and then go to work without the bruises? You can't. That's the very similar way we need to have it pictured when it comes to mental health. That you cannot separate an individual from ati huyu sasa ni zipora wa workplace na huyu ni zipora. Of course the dynamics are different. At workplace tunafanya kazi ya nyumbani, we are bonding with the family, but it's still the same person going through the same things. So I just wanted to clear that with that illustration so that we get the picture. It's only that we don't see mental health in the physical aspect. That's why tuna assume ati uache shida zako nyumbani. Now when it comes to mental health illnesses, we have several, very, very many. And I know this generation is one which loves to read, social media equal. If you just go to Google and type mental health illnesses, you will see a bunch of it. Kuna kitu tunaita DSM-5. It has categorized all the mental health issues and illnesses that we have. The most common ones that I will say we face even as a nation, it's number one, the depression, we have stress, and then kuna kitu tunaita post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, which is very, very one of the most common mental health issues that we face as either young people and even in Kenya, because Kenya tumekuwa prone to terrorism attacks, tumekuwa na floods, tumekuwa na pandemic, all those can be triggers to that mental health condition which tunaita PTSD. Sijui zipi kama you have additional ones.
We have anxiety, we have bipolar, schizophrenia. So they are different, but then what I would say is that, especially when Sangolo amesema, in a world where we can go to just Google and Google the diseases and the mental health conditions, we should also refrain from huyu anakaa kaa kona bipolar, like unataka kubrand watu ni kama ni depression, and you know, with that, so it's important, yes, to know these mental health conditions, how they manifest, but then also seeking professional help and services for you to be diagnosed.
Na huyu ambaye anauliza pia, you as a psychologist, sijui alikuwa anafahamisha nani kwa sababu tuko wawili, you also go through these problems? Human beings, right?
We are. Jesus Christ with all his mighty underwent what human beings undergo, and he suffered the pain. So who are we not to? You know, we undergo, even when we are doing therapy, whatever the client is sharing can be a trigger for you, because you can resonate maybe with what has happened. Let's say, for example, Zipporah, God forbid, has an abusive husband who anampiga nyumbani, and now she's handling a client with the same similar case. She will resonate 100% with that, and it will affect her somehow mentally. Yani ule atakuwa kiongea, lakini huyu ana imagine vile pia huwa anatoa ngoma ngumi back at home. So yes, we are not an exception to all that.
But then also, just to add on what he's saying, we are not an exception, but also us as therapists, we are going through our issues. We also seek therapy, because as a counselor, I need to be in my best space to be able to serve you. So as much as I'll be dealing with your issues, hata mimi mwenyewe I'm also probably going through therapy, so that when anasema I meet a client who is a survivor of gender-based violence, as much as it doesn't trigger me, sasa tunaanza kulia sisi wote kwa session, na nikimwambia akiwewe bwana yako hata ni mzuri anakuchapanga mara moja, wangu anachapanga mara 3 kwa siku. So but we are human beings. We also have issues.
Ni kweli. Just to expound on that, bila unapata kwamba ameuliza kama pia nyinyi mnapitia hizi changamoto. Ni kama nitumie mfano, daktari anatibu na pia naye wakati mwingine huwa mgonjwa na ataenda kwa daktari mwingine. Naam, hapo ni sawa. Hilo tumeweza kuliangazia. Now, how do we treat a person who has mental problems? Do we have any process for treatment?
They are there, and it all varies with the mental health issue or condition that they are going through. For instance, let's say, for instance, I wouldn't want to explain much, but there are conditions where you can just address them through having therapy talk, and there are those that really need medication, for example. You understand? So I wouldn't go in depth into it because it totally depends with the mental health condition. But the most common one that most people know, and it's part of the treatment plan, is going through counseling sessions. It helps you maybe overcome the mental health issue that you're going through.
And Zipporah, what are some of the practices that we can do at workplace to ensure that we are actually treating those people who are even not able to speak out when they have a problem?
I think in the workplace, one is to provide kwanza that space, like I had mentioned. The other bit is also looking at the working conditions, because some of the work conditions in our workplaces can be triggers to mental health conditions like depression, PTSD. So for the workplace, if they have that capacity, they actually should be able to work on that. The other bit also is one, to allow your team members, I call them, because you're working as a team, in the event probably someone needs to go for therapy, giving them that space to go for therapy, having leads. So those are some of the things that workplaces I think need to do. And then also even just having regular check-ins with your team members. How are you doing apart from work? Starting with the person, because the person needs to be whole to be able to deliver. So how are you doing? Are you able to work? Where are you in your mental spaces? And then also providing also a support groups. For example, you may find different organizations, probably are organizations with persons lived with lived experiences on different mental health conditions. So what needs to happen is that provide that support group for the people just to have these conversations, to be able to talk. Then also I would say creating awareness. Why creating awareness is so that people may be able to understand these different mental health conditions. How do we take care of ourselves in terms of self-care? How do we create a work-life balance? Because when you create awareness on this different aspect of mental health, then individuals can also go back and reflect and see what they need to work on as individuals, but then also the organizations can also see gaps on the things that now they need to change. Probably they need to change their shifts so that someone can achieve that work-life balance. Probably they need to have structures so that someone can know this is the person that I am going to report to avoid conflicts at the workplaces, which affects your mental health. We could also talk about mandatory leaves that, of course, I know sometimes you would want to go for your leave, but where the work is at, you need to push yourself, but also ensuring that individuals take these leaves. Na wasikwe guilt trip. Ati mbona unaenda leave? Ujue ukienda leave, ukiitisha leave, unaenda ukiendanga nyumbani. You know, so the conducive environment. What I would also say is that having workplaces that also include family members, in terms of I may be probably my stressor is coming from the fact that my wife is going through a mental health condition or something like that. But then can we have these workplaces that include also the mental wellness of the family members? Because at the end of the day, this individual is coming from somewhere and will also go somewhere to that specific home. So it needs to be holistic. So that's what I would say. And also reducing stigma at the workplaces and embracing these people. Because like Sangolo said, mental health, it's not visible compared to a physical injury that I may have. But then are we able to embrace these people? Are we able to embrace these individuals working in a workplace who are going through different spaces that are affecting their mental health, or they have been diagnosed with different mental health conditions?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, we have another problem that is arising. We have people, when they have issues, they take them on social media.
Right.
And it's difficult to differentiate between does he or she want help or just want to get that sympathy. How do we differentiate that? And how does social media impact negatively and positively on issues about mental health?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Just before I answer that, I know organizations maybe listening to us have heard what Zipporah has said on that. And they're wondering how they're going to start structuring all that. We have a national policy on mental health at workplaces, which has clear guidelines on how, as an organization, you can always set up a mental health, maybe policy within your organization. And I'm sure with time it's going to be mandatory. The way we have safeguarding policy, HR policy, we need to have a mental health policy at workplaces. So maybe they can go online and check it out. Now, on social media, we have vile tu nilikuwa nimepeana example ya seeing somebody on the street and you are assuming they are going through depression, that's why the car almost hit them. Social media is the same. You can never know when somebody is posting something what they're actually going through, unless maybe you reach out for further information about it. But now, especially social media in Kenya, we all know it's a joke. Like sisi tunajulikanaga. If you go to Facebook,
wanasema ni kiki. Wanatafuta views.
If you go to Facebook and just search suicide posts, and then you will see somebody probably genuinely saying, guys, I'm ending my life in the next 5 minutes. Just go to the comment section and say, utasikia nifulizie before uende, pin yako ya bank ni gani, ule bibi yako bado wako nitachukua huyo, you get. And maybe you'll find 1 or 2 people who will say it is well, let's side chat. But unapata hawa watu wa it is well and let's side chat wako uko bottom 100, and then hawa watu wote with let's say sheepish comments ndo wako huku juu. So you might find that sometimes this kind of people not only look for sympathy the way we are thinking, cloud chasing to find followers or something. They might probably be needing help, and there is no immediate person who they would seek help from. And so they see social media. Kuna watu wenye social media is their life. COVID-19 taught us that we can live our lives online. You get? So kuna mtu mwenye akiamka asubuhi, I see some content creators, we may sleep very late, the Zipia said, as I can sleep at 4. When I go to sleep at 4, kuna mtu mwenye bado kwa TikTok live. Na nikiamka saa 2 bado nampata kwa TikTok. Huyo ni mtu mwenye maisha yake iko hapo. So if they are going through a mental health issue, they might as well address it in the platform that they are spending a lot of time in. You get? So let's not assume that maybe our cloud chase, they are not genuine in it. I would encourage that we be kind to them, and let's try to hear them. Some wanatakanga tu kusikizwa, like ukipata tu kuuliza what is the problem hapo, utaandika paragraph hapo, and then after that it capsizes. And most of the time, I don't know how it works, but with suicidal people, once they just get somebody to listen to them, even for 5 minutes, somehow that kafili fades away kidogo too, you get, for that moment. And then that can be an opportunity for us to now refer them for actual help from a mental health practitioner to address the issue further. Lakini with our comments, no, hazikwangi mzuri. And that is one of the disadvantages. Unfortunately, I won't say don't go to social media because you have the right to and right not to. Today you can decide to take a selfie, inaweza baki kwa simu ama you post it. Nobody has the right to tell you not to post it. So me telling you not to post what you feel on social media, because we all do. Ukiangalia kwa WhatsApp status, somebody will post a picture and put a caption hapo chini about how they feel. So nobody should tell you don't post that, you get. So me telling them not to post it because social media is bad will be somehow invalidating how they want to express themselves. But I'll also let you know that the world is cruel out there. So be ready for either getting the sympathy or the help that you need or backlash. And finger pointing, where we are pana, that is.
Okay, thank you. ZP, as we wind up, person A, when he has a problem, he's able or she's able to speak it out. But person B, when he or she has a problem, he or she keeps it for himself or by herself. And through that process of healing, maybe because he knows or she knows that what is good and what is bad. Like, for example, I say I am a psychologist just like you, and I have a problem because I know what is good and what is right, because I've been encouraging other people. Solving that problem by myself or rather on my own, is that really going to help me?
Yes, in this essence, we first of all, we handle issues differently. And sometimes, so mwenye anaongea haimaanishi yeye ndio mzuri kuliko mwenye amenyamaza, si ndio? So but then we also have to understand that with the information that we have, with our experiences that we have, they gear towards building a psychological resilience, which is different for different people. For example, maybe because of the experiences zenye nimepitia, nikiachwa labda nitalia siku moja, alafu kesho yake narudi soko. Si ndio? Like, guys, I am back in the streets. Who wants me? Umeget? Then maybe kuna mwingine pia go through so much, but nikiachwa, it takes 3 years to heal. Umeget? So what usually happens is that because of, and then also it depends also with the magnitude of the issue. Labda issue yangu ni nimekanja lunch peke yake, ninaweza cope up, si ndio? But then mwingine labda issue yake ni sina school fees, so I need to talk to someone to talk about and tell them the issues that I am going through. All I'm saying is that we need to appreciate for people who talk about their issues and people who decide, kwanza, let me stay silent, get to understand where they are coming from. Because there are also people who, first of all, stay silent so that they can internalize what is happening, get to the reality of what is happening, and then now talk about the issues. As long as you are not harming yourself, then I would say is that, first of all, work with what is comfortable with you. But then also with time, we need now to have a support system that we can say that I will not go hungry for a month and I cannot tell Sangolo because mimi nina wananyamaza. But then also going back to and asking ourselves, sometimes some of the things that we do also stem from our childhood. Because unajua kuna watu walikuwa na shida as children in their childhood experiences, and maybe their parents were like, nisisikie umeenda kusema hii na hii, usiseme tumelala njaa. So they grow up knowing that talking about my issues is wrong. But then now with time, like you said, with knowledge, with creating a support system, with demystifying some of the myths that you've had, and now when you build your psychological resilience, it's easy for you now to have these conversations. And of course, when you have a right support system, you will understand that I will look up and maybe tell Sangolo, by then I am not feeling well, without feeling shy, because I know Sangolo is my person, is a good support system. And like nimwende nimwambie, and the next thing ninasikia ni BBC Land, and everyone in the community gets to know what is happening.
You are the subject now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. I think we have come to an end. But before that, being informed that you have a program next week, you are planning to march on the street?
It's actually tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yes,
yeah.
Tomorrow.
Okay, tell us about that as we wind up now.
Yes. So every time we celebrate World Mental Health Day, and so in partnership with Kimbilio and other organizations, we will be having a walk tomorrow from 8:30. The starting point is at KMTC. Nakuru campus. So what we are doing through this walk is just to create awareness on mental health, and specifically in line with the theme, inclusion of mental health in the workplaces. So starting to have conversations around that. There will be music, there will be dance, there will be art, there will be psychoeducation, there will be psychologists on the ground to talk about mental health. So Karibu, it's open to everyone. Yes.
Thank you so much. Now, as we wind up, Mr. Sangolo. Yeah, Sangolo.
You got it wrong.
Yeah, inachanganya. We have Zipora Nyangala.
Nyangara.
Yeah. Alafa
Sangolo.
Sangolo. Okay, your last thought as we wind up now?
My last thought is it's okay not to be okay.
Is it okay to be not okay?
Yeah, it is. And especially for a call for me for men, and specifically for men in religious setup. I know when you have a problem, you'll be told to pray about it. We should all pray about it because we believe in God. But also, the same God says that you need to help yourself for them to help you out. And that's why maybe probably we had prophets coming and all that, and that's now to connect psychologists up on the ground, kina sisi. So I would encourage men to actually speak out to fellow men and to have support system. Men hawananga support system unless ni kwa church ati kuna fellowship ya men nini, lakini uko nje uniambia ati kuna support group ya wanaume talking about mental health issues. I'll pay you. I'll give you one of my kidneys if you show me one. So men, I encourage you to always speak up and speak out your issues, and that will really help in our mental wellness.
Okay, thank you so much. I thank you for that thought. I think it's going to help more. So that we can have that generation where everything works as we want things to happen. Now, Madam Zipora, again, namalizia na Madam Zipora. Tulianza nawe na tunamaliza nawe pia. Ujumbe wako mwisho kwa mtazamaji.
I think for me is to ask people to have empathy, whether you know the person or not. And why I'm saying that is because sometimes when it comes to issues of mental health, we are biased, we are quick to judge people. It's important to sit down and ask yourself, what if I was in their shoe? And getting to understand. So this will reduce stigma and also someone thinking that their way is the best. And also understanding we are all going through issues. I may be looking for 1,000, you're looking for 10,000, but that doesn't mean mine is lesser because that 1,000 is important for me. So why I'm saying that is because then we'll be able to extend kindness to each other. And then also owing to the fact that mental health is sometimes internal and not external, so we cannot see. So it will help us to see people as human beings. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, for those who want to visit your offices, where do they find you?
Tuko pale free area at the chief's office. Tuko hapo at least Monday to Saturday from 8 to 5. You can always find us. Na pia on social media, on all platforms. Tuko. You can always find us at Haven of Dreams in all the platforms. If you leave a message inbox, somebody will always get back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful discussion. Tumeweza kusaidia mtazamaji, na kwa yule ambaye labda unapitia changamoto, basi ni vyema ukaweza kuzungumza, usiweze kujinyamazia, kwa sababu afya yako unapaswa kukipea ama kuipea kipaumbele. Kufikia hapo mtazamaji, hadi siku ya Jumatatu panapo majaliwa tutakuwa tunapandana tena, lakini wapo ungependa kuzungumza hata zaidi, tafadhali ningependa kuomba kwamba ukaweza kuwasiliana nasi kwenye mitandao, na pia iwapo ungependa kuzungumza na hao wageni wetu, hakikisha kwamba unawafuatilia pia kwenye mitandao na afisi zao pia. Kufikia hapo basi sina budi kuweza kukuaga na kutakia mchana mwema hadi siku ya Jumatatu panapo majaliwa tutakuwa tunapandana tena. Kwa heri.